Welcome to Deep Body Lab, where we uncover the hidden science behind your health, fitness, and the biology of aging gracefully. If you're a man over 40 who eats less and exercises more but still sees no changes, listen closely. You control your blood sugar, you push your limits in the gym, yet that stubborn belly fat refuses to leave. It is incredibly frustrating when your hard work yields zero results, making you feel like your own body is fighting you. You might think you lack discipline, but the reality is you are trapped in a hormonal war between cortisol and insulin. Most men are only taught about insulin, but insulin never works alone. It has a partner that changes everything after 40. Cortisol is the hidden force that flips the insulin switch to high gear, making fat loss nearly impossible for you. When these two powerful hormones lock together, your belly fat becomes a mandatory storage unit that your body refuses to open. Let us define the enemy properly. Cortisol is simply your stress hormone, and inherently it is not a bad thing. It was designed by evolution to help you survive immediate danger, giving you a burst of energy to fight or flee. But after 40, the problem is that your cortisol levels stay chronically high, acting like a fire alarm that never stops. Poor sleep quality is one of the biggest triggers, keeping your body in a constant state of low-grade emergency and stress. Relentless work pressure adds to the load, signaling your ancient brain that you are under attack, even while sitting still. Even heavy exercise combined with fasting can backfire, as your body interprets this physical strain as a threat to survival. Drinking strong coffee on an empty stomach spikes cortisol immediately, starting your day with a chemical signal of panic. So what does cortisol actually do to insulin? It forces your liver to dump stored sugar into your bloodstream instantly. Your body does this to prepare you for a physical fight, ensuring your muscles have enough fuel to survive the danger. But here's the catch. You're not fighting a tiger. You're just sitting in a chair answering stressful emails. Since you don't burn that sugar off, your pancreas must release massive amounts of insulin to manage the glucose spike. This creates a physiological reality where stress equals high blood sugar, which equals high insulin, even without eating any food. This establishes the deadly loop that many men over 40 fall into, a cycle that seems impossible to break. It starts with stress raising your cortisol, which then spikes your blood sugar, forcing insulin to store energy as fat. This fat storage mechanism is particularly aggressive around the midsection, creating that stubborn belly that refuses to go away. The process leaves you feeling exhausted because your cells aren't getting the energy they need. It's all being stored. This chronic fatigue leads to even more stress, which raises cortisol again, and the vicious cycle continues on repeat. Take a moment to pause and reflect. Do you see yourself trapped in this exhausting biological loop right now? So what do most men do? They cut calories drastically, thinking that starvation is the only way to solve this. But here's the trap. When you cut food intake too aggressively, your cortisol doesn't drop. It actually skyrockets. Your body doesn't know you're dieting. It thinks you're in a famine and facing a survival crisis. This triggers a primal survival mode where your metabolism slows down to preserve every single calorie you consume. In this survival mode, belly fat is the last thing your body is willing to lose. It's your emergency reserve. This explains why you can starve yourself for weeks and see absolutely no change in your waistline measurement. If you're unsure whether this applies to you, look for these specific warning signs of the cortisol-insulin trap. Sign number 1 is having a protruding belly despite eating very little, a classic symptom of hormonal fat storage. Sign number 2 is irritability and fatigue, especially in the late afternoon when your energy should be stable. Sign number 3 is light sleep. You wake up frequently and rarely feel fully rested when the morning comes. Sign number 4 is intense cravings for sweets or caffeine, as your brain desperately seeks a quick energy fix. And sign number 5, you feel more exhausted after a workout instead of feeling energized and revitalized. If you have 3 or more of these signs, you are likely stuck in this hormonal loop right now. Here's the clarity moment you need. The problem is not that you're lazy or haven't done enough. The problem is that you're doing things in the wrong order, fighting biology instead of working with it. Your body needs to feel safe before it will ever grant you permission to burn its precious fat stores. You must prioritize lowering cortisol through rest and recovery before you attempt to increase intensity in your workouts. Optimizing your sleep is not a luxury. It is the fundamental medical requirement for breaking the insulin resistance cycle. You need to nourish your body with nutrient-dense foods rather than starving it, signaling safety to your ancient brain. Shift your focus from punishing cardio to stress-reducing activities that build strength without spiking your stress hormones further. When you lower the stress load, the cortisol switch turns off, and finally the insulin levels begin to drop. Once insulin drops, the doors to your fat stores unlock and your body naturally begins to use its reserves. This is the only sustainable path for men over 40 to regain their energy and reclaim their physique. Stop trying to force your body into submission. Instead, create the biological environment where weight loss becomes a side effect. Imagine having stable energy all day, sleeping deeply at night, and seeing your body respond to your efforts. At Deep Body Lab, we believe that understanding your physiology is the most powerful tool you have for transformation. We are developing a comprehensive protocol to help you reset your cortisol levels and fix your insulin sensitivity. You are not alone in this journey. Thousands of men are waking up to this science and changing their lives. Start by tracking your sleep and stress triggers today and stop obsessing solely over the calories on your plate. Small changes like delaying your morning coffee and prioritizing sleep can signal safety to your body immediately. Breathing exercises can lower cortisol in minutes, acting as a manual brake for your runaway stress response system. As you implement these safety signals, you'll notice your cravings vanish and your energy levels stabilize naturally. Eventually, the belly fat will begin to mobilize because your body no longer feels the need to hoard it. This is a journey of healing your metabolism from the inside out rather than fighting it from the outside. We will continue to bring you deep dives into the science of the male body in our upcoming videos. If this video gave you a new perspective, please like and subscribe to support our mission of health education. Share this with a friend or brother who has been struggling with the same issues. It might change their life. Remember, true health is not just about the number on the scale. It's about balance and vitality. Give your body the time and safety it needs, and it will reward you with the results you desire. You now have the knowledge to break the loop. The next step is taking action and changing your mindset. Step out of the darkness of confusion and into the light of understanding your own biological machinery. It's never too late to reset your hormones and reclaim the body you had 10 or 20 years ago. Keep learning, keep listening to your body, and don't let stress dictate your health outcomes any longer. Freedom from belly fat begins with freedom from chronic stress. Master your mind, and you will master your metabolism. Thank you for watching this deep dive. We are committed to bringing you the truth about your body. Check out our next video on how sleep directly impacts your testosterone levels for another piece of the puzzle. Stay tuned, stay healthy, and remember to be kind to your body, for it is the only house you live in. We appreciate your time and attention today. We look forward to seeing you in the next episode. This has been a presentation by Deep Body Lab, transforming lives with science. Goodbye, and take care.